from half court. Jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh.
Did he bring it in? He did.
It is.
We are live from the Lake Orion High School Fieldhouse in Lake Orion, Michigan. We're Dragon Broadcasting, the NFHS Network, and Orion Neighborhood Television is proud to present Varsity Boys Basketball as it's the 16-0 undefeated Oxford Wildcats coming into town to take on the crosstown rival 13-5 red-hot Lake Orion Dragons. Good evening, everybody. I'm Aiden Novak along with my partner Dylan Lindberg, and welcome to a full house Dragons Den here tonight for a rivalry game on M24. The Oxford Wildcats, the Lake Orion Dragons, both student sections have shown out tonight, and in partnership with the Orion Oxford Fish Food Drive, we are very proud to present an amazing game we've got on our hands tonight. Dylan, what do you got on Oxford?
I think amazing is an understatement. This is ecstatic, cross-sport rivalry, the best thing you will see on television tonight. I don't care if it's anything else. You want to watch this game right here. But we'll talk about Oxford. 16-0, haven't lost a game all year. They started off their season 52-39 versus St. Clair, and they haven't looked back yet, scoring multiple 70-point games, including 83 a couple days ago versus our good friends in Troy. They score, they score, they score, but they don't play the best defense. They give up a lot of points. But we have to talk about this one guy on the team. His name's Jake Champagne, sorry. He's the best player on the court every time he's on the court. He's wearing the number 4 over there. Look out for him tonight. And that's all I got. But this is one of the best teams that I've seen play basketball in a long time, and it will be a ecstatic, amazing, and crazy game for the folks at home.
And we could argue this is the game of the year for maybe both teams here tonight. And when we say Lake Orion's red hot, we mean red hot. They have won 12 of their last 13 games, and they're on a 9-game winning streak. Their last loss, this January 3rd, at guess who? Oxford. 57-37, the last time these two teams met up. Oxford came out on top at their place. Lake Orion's playing host tonight. They're going to look to turn it around and split the season series with crosstown rivals.
Lake Orion was a below 500 team when that game took place. Oh, and then they won 9 straight after that. This is a completely different team. I would take nothing you saw in that game you should take at all into this game, because it is two completely different teams. Oxford's grown. Oxford's gotten better. Oxford scores more points now, but Lake Orion is playing the best defense in the OAA White right now.
Not to mention they've gotten healthier. Ryan Rushlow, that was his first game back from injury against Oxford last time they faced off. And Nathan Giacalone did not play in that game, was out with an injury. They are both healthy and 100% ready to go tonight. Both teams at full strength. It's going to be so exciting today. We are already a minute 15 through, still scoreless. Rushlow has the ball up top.
A guy to look out for on the Lake Orion Dragons. We talked about Jake Champagne for Oxford, number 4. But number 21, Zach Parks, is the do-it-all, does everything well. Best player on this team. He plays good offense. He plays good defense. He can dunk. He can shoot threes. He does everything, and that's him right there with the long 2.
There you go. He's on the board first. Lake Orion strikes first.
And every time somebody scores a basket right now, you're going to hear the student section, and you can hear them now.
They are loud. The boomsticks going crazy. Screaming D up the whole time. Here's Champagne, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, drains it. There is Jake Champagne, ladies and gentlemen. Look out for him all night long.
Zach Parks versus Jake Champagne. It's like, dare to say, it's like LeBron versus Michael Jordan, but we're seeing it in front of our eyes.
The Lake Orion Oxford version of that. We love it. Here's Rocheleau at the high post against Drew Cady, a physical presence in the paint for the Wildcats, as he rejects Rocheleau. Oxford student section's loud over there. Blackout theme for the Wildcat student section. Jersey theme for Lake Orion. Galvin with a fadeaway jumper gets the home roll.
This is going to be a chippy game tonight. These teams don't like each other.
You know it.
Oxford took the win in football this year. Oxford took the win in soccer this year, both for trophies. And let's just say Lake Orion's not a fan of Oxford right now when it comes to the sports world, because we want all of those back.
We had a foul there, it looks like. Yes, on Rochelo underneath.
4-2 to start off the game. Only 3 minutes into this game. Drew Cady on Zach Parks right now. This is the matchup of the night.
Champagne drives right hand to the lane. Tough layup, gets it to go. That is his game right there. Hustle, 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 and score a lot. Has multiple 30-plus point games this season.
Drew Cady does everything well. He can shoot, he can drive, get a little fade. All of the above is what you would choose when you see Jake Cady.
Don't sleep on Brennan Elling either, number 22 for the Wildcats. He is a little bit of a breakout guy for these Wildcats. He's up top right now against Nick Galbin. He's another guy to watch out for these Wildcats. There's Galbin. Rejected. There he is, Elling.
Elling's been a breakout player. Didn't come into the year looking at that guy. You came into the year looking at a guy like Jake Champagne.
There he is again. Tough right hand, no good. Rebound, Parks pushes.
But Brendan Elling has been a guy for the Wildcats this year. He is a do-it-all kind of guy, and he's a guy you're going to want to look out for tonight too.
Here's Champagne again. Feeds inside. That's a tough layup. That's by number 5, Nolan Mauser. No good. Rebound by, looks like, Farmer. Halfway through this first quarter, we're knotted up at 4.
A guy that I would be looking out for Lake Orion tonight, guy Nathan Giacalone. He did not play in that game versus the Oxford Wildcats, and Gabe Scott hits a 3. But Nathan Giacalone didn't play in that first game versus Oxford, and he's been a key part of this team. It's like a...
Looks like Galvin gets called for the foul right there. He looked like he got shoved real hard by Luke Stoffen, but he ends up drawing the foul.
Nathan Giacalone checking into this game right now, wearing the number 3. He's a guy to look out for. He shoots the ball well, he plays great defense, and he can get you a tough layup when you need it.
There's Elling from 3. Drains it! Ties it back up. Half this building, Oxford fans. Half this building, Lake Orion fans. We're going to hear a lot of noise from both sides tonight. You're already hearing it right now. As here's Giacalone. Now Parks on Champagne. That's the matchup of the night.
Game tied up 7-7 right now. This is going to be a close one. As we said, it was a kind of a big win for Oxford. 20 points, not the prettiest thing in the world for the Dragons, but again, they're 9-0. They've won 12 of their last 13. This is going to be a completely different game.
Here's Champagne in the corner. Drives baseline, double teamed in the paint, gets his own rebound. Rochelo picks up the loose ball.
Another thing about Jake Champagne, in contest for the Mr. Basketball Award in the state of Michigan, going to the best basketball player in the state of Michigan. One of the most standout guys you will see on the court anywhere in the state.
Giacalone hoists up a 3, no good. Rebound Stoffen. Approaching the 2-minute mark. We're still knotted up at 7-7. Champagne in the corner. Stoffen on Scott. Kicks. Champagne gonna try the 3 ball. Too strong. Rebound Rochelo.
Ryan Rochelo healthy now in this game again. We talked about how Ryan, it was his first game back from injury, and an and one from Giacalone.
That actually, it looked like it might have been a charge, actually. Yeah, they got Giacalone on a charge. Unfortunate for Giacalone. However, a great play there by, I believe that was Luke Stoffen, to plant the feet and draw the foul.
No, but Rochelo, he just checked out of the game, but he is a presence inside that the Dragons didn't have at the start of the year. He did get hurt. He's dealing with a little injury there, but he is back and back better than ever.
He has been so strong for these Dragons all year since he has returned. Cady inside kicks. Great ball movement by the Wildcats. Here's Champagne. Deep 2, drains it. Oxford's got the lead. Not to mention, to add even more fuel to the fire for Lake Orion, It's senior night tonight here in the field house. Just even more motivation to get a big W over a crosstown rival, it being senior night. There's a lot of seniors on this team. There's Parks. There's one of your seniors. Drains a three from the right side. Lake Orion retains the lead. Back and forth we go in this first quarter.
You don't want to leave your home fans on a loss. It leaves a distaste in your mouth. Even if you go on to do something great in the playoffs, knowing you lost your final home game to your rivals just wouldn't feel good. I guarantee there's a little fire there from number 11, Luke Deagle, with the three for Oxford.
And this game back and forth, high energy both sides. Oxford's going to try and calm it down. They call a quick 30-second timeout. Our cash collection goal this year is $8,000, and we are asking those who want to drop off food items to do so from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. at ONTV at 1349 Jalston Road, located right next door to the Orion Center. As always, our goal is to fill our production van with donations. The door to the van will be open all day for you to drop off those non-perishable donations.
Look at the student section here. You see those cutout heads of all the players because it is senior night. Just a great atmosphere. You see everyone in their different jerseys. Seen some Lions out there tonight. Looks like a couple Lake Orion jerseys too. But
we see every team in the book. Lake Orion gonna get the ball on the baseline after the Oxford timeout. 12-10 your score, 53 seconds left in the first. Jackaloni, Parks, Shosky, Rochelo, Farmer out there for the Wildcats. Or, excuse me, for the Dragons. For the Wildcats, it's Elling, Stoffen, Deagle, Mauser, and Elling.
Nathan Jackaloni going to work at the top right now.
And it's a block on Stoffen. He draws foul.
A guy you're seeing for the first time here, Jackson Shosky, a great three-point shooter. He will become lethal if you let him get hot. This Lake Orion team isn't the best offensively. We've seen better. We see Oxford, obviously. They are the best offensive team to be in the white right now. They score the most points out of anyone in the white. But Lake Orion can score when needed to, but they play great defense. They play that kind of man-zone mix where they double off ball a lot. Something you don't see like in your casual everyday basketball experience, but the Dragons do it so well, it works.
Jackaloni went up strong there. Parks with a tough rebound. And it looks like that one will not count. They will send Jackaloni to the line, however, to shoot too. Parks looks like he made a great play there. The whistle was a little quiet.
Looks like this will be the first free throw opportunity for either team tonight.
First free throw good by Jackaloni, ties the game. That is one key, especially for Lake Orion. Stay out of foul trouble. They have had a lot of problems with foul trouble. A lot of guys getting to 3-4 fouls, ending up staying there for a majority of the game. They need to stay out of foul trouble. They need all of their best guys for as long as possible if they're going to dethrone the OAA White Kings tonight. Jackaloni hits both, regains the lead with 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Stoffen. They're going to get the final shot here. 3 seconds. Stoffen's got to do something. It's Katie now from 3. No good. It's lofted up wide to the right. That is the end of the first quarter, and what an entertaining one it was. 12-11. Lake Orion leads it after the first 8 minutes. Do not go anywhere, folks. We've got a great one on our hands. We'll be right back.
Well, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Welcome back to the field house at Lake Orion High School. 12-11 is your score. The Dragons holding the 1-point advantage. Dylan, back and forth we go. Rivals going at it. It's chippy already. It's loud. It's a lot of scoring. Good defense. It's physical. Just what you want to see in a rivalry game. That's a great start.
It's almost like a boxing match right now.
Trading
jabs, left jab, right jab, hook, trading threes, trading twos, trading fouls. all of the above is going back and forth, and Lake Orion came out on top. 12-11, 11 points in the first quarter for this Oxford Wildcats team. Looking at around 44 points. That's low for this team. That is a low first quarter, a lower first quarter than we've seen ever for them, with Jake Champagne getting a tough layup inside to start off this second quarter.
Champagne continues to do his thing. Champagne already has 8 points tonight. He's the Wildcats' leading scorer by a good margin so far. Here's Scott now. Double teamed by Elling and Stoffen. Great job by the Wildcats. And we've got a timeout called by Lake Orion. Coach Andrade, smart timeout there to try and get his team regrouped here.
You can donate cash in person here at the L1 TV studios at the Orion Center. Head over to our website at oriontv.org and click the food drive logo to donate via GoFundMe. Or you can drop off needed food items and help fill the ONTV production van.
We would like to mention with this Orion Oxford Fish Food Drive, while we've got the two basketball teams on the court right now, bitter rivals, they are friends outside the community, outside the basketball court, in the community. This Orion Oxford Food Drive, they both collaborate and partner with ONTV. They do a phenomenal job. We really appreciate the support.
Yeah, a bitter sports rivalry, but a friendly, compassionate, coming together as one large community for great things that we've done in the past couple years. 15th year of the Orion Oxford Fish Food Drive.
We resume action here in the second quarter, 7:15 left. Here's Rochelo against Elling. Kicks Parks. Seeing a lot more aggressive double teams from the Wildcats now. Trying to fluster the Dragons. Here's Rochelo in the corner. Stoffen playing great defense.
This Oxford Wildcats team is going to have to find something to do on defense as they get a turnover there. They are not a great defensive team. They give up a lot of points. They gave up 63 points to Troy in their last game. 62 points to Troy in their last game. But they're playing good defense right now. And it's, to be honest, surprising, but they're not playing the best offense. They're not scoring as many points as they normally do. So credit to this Lake Orion team for playing great defense.
And that's not Oxford's MO either. Usually when the defense lacks, the offense makes up for it. You mentioned that Troy game. They scored 83 points in that game. This is kind of roles reversed for the Wildcats so far. Better defense than offense. Not what we're used to seeing. Rochelo in the paint against Elling. Tough right hand, no good. Elling gets the rebound.
Yeah, on average, this Oxford team scores around 50 to 60 points every game.
And a whistle. Block on number 23, Rochelo.
But this team averages around 50 to 60 points on average every game. They don't score. They don't not score. We haven't seen this a lot. They play good. They've played good defense in the past. They've held teams to 30 points before, but they don't not score. In those games that they score, that other teams score 30 points, 40 points, they score 60, 70. But it's not like that in this game.
Another three by Champagne. Champagne all over the score sheet tonight. That is his first three ball. He's already in double digits with 11.
This Lake Orion team needs to get something going now. Like now, if they want to stay in this game. They cannot let Oxford get off to a big lead, and then they can't play this like offense that they want to with a steal by Giacalone.
What a play by Giacalone. Count that, baby, and a foul.
And that's what you didn't get when you played Oxford the first time. This kid named Nathan Giacalone, he's a junior, he wears number 3. He makes tough layups, he gets and ones, and he shoots the three ball better than anyone else does.
How about the entire play on that one? He missed the shot, gets back down the court at the midcourt, and gets up for the steal. Tip drill to himself, all the way to the hole for the left-hand layup, and one. What a play by Giacalone. And he gets the home roll. It's a three-point play. Lead cuts back to 1.
3 for 3 on field goal attempts right now. Those are free points that they're giving you. That's why they're called free throws. You score your free points and you win games. Oxford scores a lot. We've said it all broadcast. Oxford scores, Oxford scores, Oxford scores. What do you do when a team scores a lot? You score more than them. That's how you win a basketball game. So you have to take those free opportunities and capitalize.
That is the name of the game for Orion. And a whistle and a foul on Farmer.
Looking for the jump ball there. Referees call it defensive foul.
Farmer a little shocked by that one. A little bit of discussion going on at the scorer's table as number 11, Luke Deagle, is going to take it out for the Wildcats.
And the guy on Oxford I don't think we've talked about enough. Drew Cady is a defensive, not even defensive, he's a defensive offensive powerhouse.
Oh my! Champagne again!
I guess we could talk about Champagne more if we want. He's electric, great player, always on the court, probably the best player on the court, always. But Drew Cady makes a lot of plays. He's a physical guy, and he's a guy that you need on that team.
Farmer with a great shot just off. Champagne with the rebound. Champagne 14 points tonight already, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. Blocked by Parks. Drew Cady went up for the layup. Great reject by Zach Parks, though. And we've got a timeout called by Lake Orion for 30 seconds, trying to calm things down. Rivalry getting heated again. The food donation needs at Fish are constantly changing during the winter months. Here is a list of the most needed items this year. Stews and canned meats, chili and meal prep items like hamburger helper, canned fruits like pineapple and mandarin oranges, canned peas and tomatoes of any kind. You can also donate toiletry items like soaps, toothpaste, and shampoos. Please make sure your food donations are not opened or expired. These items will have to be discarded.
19-15 is your score. 4 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the first half of this heated rivalry match. A 4-point lead for the Oxford Wildcats, but you cannot say that it wasn't expected. This team scores more than other teams do. They are undefeated. They're 16-0. They're 9-0 in the white. You expect this team to win, obviously, because they're 16-0, but you expect Lake Orion to make it close or win.
Absolutely, and especially in a rivalry game, anything can happen. You just have to, like you said, expect the unexpected in these games, especially between these two squads. As here's Deagle, kicks now. Mauser wide open underneath is Cady. Drew Cady gets an easy one on the backdoor cut. And the largest lead of the game for either team now, it is Oxford by 6.
I think something people have to understand is someone has to lose. 9-0, right? Or sorry, 9 wins in a row for this Lake Orion Dragons team. And then 16-0 for Oxford. Someone's win streak's got to come to an end, whether it's a 16-game one or it's a 9-game one.
Giacalone spins into the paint, miss, rebound, Cady. We have seen a little bit of a momentum shift, it looks like, in Oxford's favor as Champagne almost lost the ball right there.
Yeah, in that first quarter, Lake Orion was in the lead. They were kicking it out a little bit. They were shooting the ball well, but Oxford has really kicked it into overdrive and started scoring a lot more.
Here's Elling now against Parks. Back out to Champagne. Champagne going to slow it down. Under 4 minutes to go in this second quarter. That's a wide open three for Deagle. Too strong. Tipped around. Cady gets the rebound. Knocked loose the first time. Can't get it to go the second time. Oxford still got it. Chaos there under the basket. Elling going to try a deep three. He drains it. O-Town lighting it up from downtown. The Wildcats are on fire from the three-point line tonight.
Brennan Elling had turned this game around for them in the first quarter when he hit that big three right before the Oxford timeout, and then he does it again. It's a momentum switch that you don't see a lot. You're at the opposing team's home last varsity senior night basketball game, and you're turning the crowd in your direction.
It's exactly what you want for the Wildcats. Take that student section out of the game and take control early, as we had a foul under the basket. That one on Zach Parks. Another senior for this Dragons team, Joey Nearing, checks in. Out goes Farmer. Champaign will take it out. 2:45 left in the second quarter. Oxford leads it 24-15. Champaign gonna try a three. Off the mark, Nearing pulls it down for the rebound. And a foul on number 3, Drew Cady.
That's his second. Into the game, number 4.
And Galvin checks in. Looks like Jack Loney came up.
Zach Parks has 5 points in the first quarter. He has not scored in the second quarter. If Lake Orion wants to win this game, Zach Parks is going to need to score. He is their best offensive weapon by far. He is their biggest player. He can dunk, he can shoot threes, he does it all on offense, but he needs to score if they want a chance in this game.
And that is the tale of the superstars. He is Lake Orion superstar, whereas Jake Champagne's the superstar for Oxford. Only one of the superstars has really showed up on the score sheet, and that has been Jake Champagne. He's got 14 tonight, like you mentioned. Zach Parks only got 5. The Wildcats may be able to keep him in check, and Champagne has taken good control of the game so far, and it is working in Oxford's favor. Shosky now on the floor, drives in, kicks. Galvin now pulls it down. Scott slowing it down. 2 minutes to go. Parks tries to contest it 3. That's a big one from Zach Parks. Lake Orion needed that. Cuts the lead to 6.
Again, exactly what we just talked about. As soon as Zach Parks gets going, this is a completely different game.
That ball knocked away from Champagne. Nearing falls on it. Outlets to Shosky. 3 Wildcats back there on defense, though. Shosky going one-on-one with Mauser. And the foul is on the floor. Basket will not count. Mauser gets draws the foul. Luke Stoffen checks back in for the Wildcats. Out comes Luke Deagle.
Luke Stoffen is a commander on the floor. He's kind of runs that point guard role. He's a big point guard at that, but he commands this team. He's definitely a leader on this Wildcats team.
Strong by Parks, couldn't get it to go, but Shosky keeps it alive. That pass knocked away from Parks, a little too far out in front. Elling corrals it. Stoffen against Shosky. Almost stolen away by Parks. Parks tried to jump that one. Here is a new face for Oxford, Coltrane Hudson. And a foul on Parks. He's got 2. Farmer checks back in for the Dragons. 1 minute and 2 seconds left in this first half. Oxford leads by 6.
I think this Lake Orion team needs to cut the lead to about 3 or 4, say, to confidently go into halftime and have a good feeling of winning, because you're holding this team to under their season average in points.
As there's Hudson with a big bucket. He finds the score sheet for the first time. We're under a minute now. 45 seconds left in the first half. Oxford extends the lead to 8. Here's Galvin against Champagne. 30 seconds now. We got a whistle. That one's on Hudson.
A couple of fouls coming in here that aren't going to go unchecked going into this later in this game. This is going to look like it's going to come down to the wire, and when you have players that are in foul trouble, when your team's in foul trouble, when you get in the bonus there, it's going to come back to bite you.
And that was one of the keys, like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Both teams, especially for Lake Orion, stay out of foul trouble. Here's Giacalone now. Crosses to the middle, kicks Farmer. Under 20 seconds left. Shosky drives to the left. We're going to work on Hudson, gets it to go off the glass. 10 seconds left. Lake Orion cuts the lead to 6. Wildcats might try and get the final shot. Champagne now, 5 seconds. Gets the ball back at the three-point line. He's got to shoot it. Hits it at the buzzer.
And walks it off.
What an answer by the Wildcats to take the lead back up to 8, and they have control heading into halftime. That is the end of the first half. Your score after one half. Oxford Wildcats 28, Lake Orion Dragons 20. This game is intense, folks. You're not going to want to go anywhere. We're going to take a break for halftime. We will be back.
Oxford Orion Fish is celebrating 50 years of serving neighbors in need in Oxford, Lake Orion, Addison, and Oakland Township. The food pantry serves almost 2,000 households every year, which equates to over 4,500 individuals with almost 200,000 pounds of food going out the door. The pantry adapted to get through the COVID pandemic, but now inflation is taking its toll. The high cost of groceries and rent is affecting clients and donations.
You know, it tends to ebb and flow. There were months when donations are down, and then we look back and think, well, you know, food prices are high. But then the next month, you know, donations will be up again, food and monetary donations. So it just sort of ebbs and flows. I think our community is cognizant of the fact that prices are up, so maybe we can give a little more, knowing that, you know, Oxford Orion Fish is a big part of this community. I think they're well aware that, you know, we're affected too, so they do give, if that makes sense.
Yeah. With inflation, do you find that there's more of a need? Do you find that that affects clients coming in?
Yes. I know I had one just the other day saying her rent went way up and her, subsidies that she gets for food went way down. So she stopped me at the door. She said, I don't know what we would do without you guys to bridge that gap. So they are being affected.
Following the holidays, donations get a little light during the first quarter of the year. That's why ONTV plans its food drive in February every year, and cash donations allow the pantry to purchase meat, dairy, and other perishables.
We always have needs, but we manage to fill it, and we get a lot of monetary donations too, so then we can purchase whatever we don't get in. And Forgotten Harvest has been huge right now. They're delivering us a lot of really great products that we wouldn't be able to have. Produce, meats, a lot of fun stuff.
Everyone from board members to staff volunteers their time, and they depend on community groups and individuals to help keep the shelves stocked.
Without the community support, it would be a completely different thing here. I mean, we're well known in the community, so they donate money, they donate food, they participate in the food drives, they put it in our drop box. When we have special events, they'll sign up, like we were just talking about, to see if they can come help at a sorting thing after a food drive. Our community is huge, and they also know about us, so they can spread the word if they, find someone who might be struggling, or a neighbor's, child or whatever, and they call here and get them in, and so just the whole network is wonderful.
If you or someone you know is currently facing hardships, don't hesitate to seek out help. Using the food pantry services is like taking a trip to the corner grocery store.
I would say call, make an appointment, and come in. I mean, people come in for the first time and they're just wowed about, wow, this isn't what I expected. Or they've been to another food pantry where they just get a box of food. So we take them all through, we'll take you through. You can choose what you want for your family. We'll give you a card. You'll know exactly how much you can get. We found it's a very friendly atmosphere here. Once people have told us before, the first time was hard to come in, but now we just love it. You guys are so kind. It's not intimidating. We don't feel less than. So, yeah, we think we're doing it good.
For more information or to volunteer your time, call 248-628-3933 or visit oxfordorionfish.org.
All of us at ONTV would like to thank our corporate sponsors for their generous donations. Today's portion of the 2025 ONTV Food Drive is brought to you by Madison Heights Plumbing and Heating Supply, located at 719 East Mandolin Avenue in Madison Heights. The family-owned business has been servicing the Detroit metro area for over 30 years. Madison Heights Plumbing and Heating Supply is supporting the food drive for a third year and is a 5-day sponsor. In addition to the ONTV food drive, they proudly support other charitable events and organizations such as Toys for Tots, Bottomless Chest, and St. Jude's Children's Hospital. For more information, give them a call at 248-588-4690 or visit their website at MadisonHeightsPlumbingSupply.com. Ohana Wealth Advisory, located in Berkeley, Michigan. This is Ohana Wealth Advisory's third year supporting the food drive, and they're a 5-day sponsor. For more information, you can give them a call at 248-246-8080. Kroger, located at 3097 South Baldwin Road in Orion Township. This year, Kroger is a 5-day sponsor thanks to a generous $500 donation to the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. For more information about Kroger, visit their website at kroger.com or give them a call at 248-393-0765. Meyer of Lake Orion, located at 1107 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Meyer is a year-round supporter of the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry, collecting food pantry donations through their Simply Give program. They are a 5-day sponsor of the ONTV Food Drive with a charitable $1,000 contribution. For more information, visit their website, Meyer.com. M3 Investments, located at 990 North Main Street in Royal Oak. Having a plan that is designed around your goals and financial situation can help you successfully navigate the risks you are likely to face. Whether you're just starting out, thinking about retirement, or just retired, Christine can help. For more information about M3 Investments, you can give them a call at 248-543-3400. Victory Motors, located at 677 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Victory Motors is a family-owned car dealership that has been servicing Southeast Michigan for over 40 years. The dealership just opened up their new location in Lake Orion this past September. Victory Motors is supporting the ONTV Food Drive for the first time as a 5-day sponsor with a generous donation of $500. For more information about Victory Motors, you can visit their website at victorymotorsonline.com. You can also give them a call at 248-794-1177. Gowling Buick GMC, located at 1491 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Gowling is a longtime supporter of the food drive. This year, they were kind enough to drop off a van full of food to help stock those shelves. For more information, you can visit their website at GowlingBuickGMC.com. The North Oakland Community Coalition, located at 455 East Scripps Road, room 201 in Lake Orion. The NOCC has been supporting both the Lake Orion and Oxford communities by promoting physical and mental health through education and partnerships since 2007. That community support continues with their generous donation of $200 to the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. For more information about the North Oakland Community Coalition, you can check out their website at noccmi.org. And Costco, located at 400 Brown Road in Auburn Hills. Costco is a returning supporter of the ONTV Food Drive. They have given $200 to the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. For more information about Costco, check out their website, Costco.com.
Welcome back to the field house. 28-20 is your score. The visiting Oxford Wildcats hold the lead over the home Lake Orion Dragons. Dylan, we saw an exhilarating first half. Back and forth the teams go and scoring all over the place. Oxford gained some momentum in the late second quarter, though, extended their lead to 8. They've got it rolling into the second half. Does it continue, or does Lake Orion stop it a little bit?
I think that if Lake Orion wants to stop anything, they need to stop Jake Champagne. He has 16 of their 28 points, and then Brendan Elling has the other 6, along with a couple players having a couple buckets by themselves. But it's 2 guys, and when you focus on Jake Cady, guess who gets open? Brendan Elling for 3. He's hit 2 big ones. But Jake Cady has been the enforcer, and we just can't do a lot. If you guard one guy, you leave another guy open. It's hard to play this kind of game when there's such a big superstar in Jake Champagne, and then you have another guy like Brendan Elling who can just shoot the 3 ball and make it every time he sees the basket.
And for Lake Orion superstar Zach Parks, he's been contained in the first half. Only had 8 in that first half. That's a big start from Will Farmer. Hits the 3 coming out the half. Lead is now 5. Dragons get it rolling quick. But back to Zach Parks, he did only have 8 in that first half, only 3 in the second quarter as a whole. So Jake Champagne has definitely won the quote-unquote superstar duel tonight, as Stoffen hits a tough layup to respond to Farmer's 3.
And Ryan Rushlow back in the game. Didn't see him at all in the second quarter. Saw him a little bit in the first quarter, in the first 3 minutes of the game. But he's back. He's fully energized. And he's going to be another turning point. He plays great defense. He's a force in the paint. If you need a basket down low, you pass the ball to Ryan Rushlow, and he scores a basket.
Absolutely, you're right.
He's another part of the game that they didn't really have in that second quarter.
He needs to come alive here in the second half. He was held in check more than Parks was because he wasn't on the floor. He's got to be able to step up in a huge way. Parks is really their only guy dominant in the paint other than him. As there's Champagne, went for the dunk but missed. That's a big break for the Dragons.
Little bit of karma there. Went for the big play instead of securing the layup. The big play that everyone wants to see, but not the big play that you need in such a close game.
And the student section reaction says it all. They were ready for a big play, and they're just ooh when it doesn't happen.
Now when the Dragons go on defense, Ryan Rushlow and Brendan Elling are matched up. Ryan Rushlow, one of the premier defensive players on this team. As you see him down in the paint, goes for the lay, and it will go.
What a play by Rochelo, and there is that presence in the paint that Rochelo brings.
Rochelo, a 6'4", 220-plus pound guy. Plays tight end in football. He's on the line all the time. He's a pretty physical guy. And then you have a guy like Brendan Elling who shoots the ball. Great for a big man. 2 almost polar opposite styles of play that are going to have to stop each other.
Here's Stoffen bringing it up. And it's been fun to watch all game. It's been back and forth. It's been close the entire time, watching those polar opposites for both teams. Not just 2 players, but both teams. As there's Nolan Mauser hits the layup in the middle.
Looks like on the defensive end, it'll be Farmer that'll be taking the job of guarding Jake Champagne.
Here's Scott now. Rochelo on Elling again, drives to the right side. No good, but draws the foul on Elling. He'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
Something that we didn't really talk about much in that first quarter is the experience level of both of these teams. The seniors on the Lake Orion team haven't played as much varsity basketball as the seniors on this Oxford team. Jake Champagne, a 4-year varsity player. Drew Cady, a 4-year varsity player. But then there's guys like Zach Parks, who's only played on varsity for 2 years for Lake Orion. There's guys like Gabe Scott, Nick Galvin that are both played for 3 years, but that's the most experience they have on the varsity level is a couple 3-year guys. Ryan Rushlow's played for 3 years. He came up to varsity as a freshman. Now he's a junior playing his 3rd year on varsity. But Oxford has so much more experience, and that could be a turning point in this game. As a turnover there from Jake Champagne.
Here's Rochelo now. These are the turnovers that Lake Orion must capitalize on. Rochelo kicks. Scott, deep 3 from the right side. Off front iron, no good. Rochelo fighting for the rebound. He's got it. Rochelo gets it out to Galvin. What a hustle play by Rochelo, not giving up on the ball. Lake Orion retains possession and slows it down.
What a hustle play there. Oxford got a little laxative with the ball, and they couldn't do a lot to stop Ryan Rushlow from getting that ball out.
Here's Mauser, now kicks. Elling's going to shoot the deep ball, and he airballs it to the left, and the student section's letting him hear it.
And Elling wanted a foul. He's complaining to the referee right now that he did not get that. Very angry look on his face. Giving a little sideline chant to the student section there.
5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Dragons trail by 5. Here's Parks.
The Dragons have turned it around. They have stopped Oxford from scoring. Only, I think, one basket in this whole third quarter, as Jack Loney for 3 won't go. But
good rebound.
Now they are turning it around on offense. They're scoring more.
Rocheleau mid-range. Hits it! Here comes Rocheleau. Look out! He's heating up, folks. Don't let him get hot.
Ryan Rushell's the kind of guy that when he gets hot, you don't want to get in the way of him, because he's a 6'4" guy that is going to run through you. There's a hustle play from Lake Orion.
Steal by Galvin. Champagne gets the foul called on him. The momentum has shifted, ladies and gentlemen.
A 3-point game, and honestly, if we see a 3 here and it goes in, I don't know how loud it's going to be in this place. The roof might blow off.
The bleachers are going to be rumbling. This entire place is going to be shaking. We're going to feel it up here on the track. Here's Galvin now. Farmer. Kicks get back to Galvin. Farmer now again. Swinging it around. Here's Scott. Scott directing traffic. Here's Parks wrapping around. Tough layup, too strong. A good look by Parks, just a little too strong off the glass. Wildcats pushing it up again. Here's Champagne.
You can cut the tension with a knife.
You can feel it in the building. Here's Katie, drives. Champagne gonna try contested 3 again. Short rebound is by Mauser, contains it. Drives baseline, that's a tough layup. That was a little forced, it looked like, but he does come out with a rebound. A wide open lane for Stoffen, that's too easy. Big answer by Stoffen and the Wildcats. And it looks like we've got a timeout. This one's gonna be full.
If you or your family are in a food emergency and need help, Fish is the place to reach out right now. Resources are available to assist you. Just make that call at 248-628-3933 to get the process started.
What a ball game, Dylan. It's a 5-point game. It's been back and forth all game long. Lake Orion gets momentum rolling coming out the second half. Oxford with a big answer on a layup right there by Luke Stoffen. These teams aren't going to stop. This is going to go down to the final basket, feels like.
It's back and forth right now, and it's not going to stop going back and forth. It's like a pinball, the momentum back and forth and back and forth. 29-34. It was an 8-point lead going into halftime. They've cut it down to 5. They've been very strong on offense. They've stopped them from scoring. They've stopped the Oxford Wildcats from scoring on defense. You can't play much of a better third quarter right now.
And let me tell you, it has been entertaining from up here to watch this game, hasn't it, Dylan?
Yes, you can see the entire stands, the emotion and the feeling going into this game. And every time a shot goes up, the whole crowd goes silent. And as soon as something happens, it erupts.
You see the ball go splash through that net, whether it's Oxford or Lake Orion, either student section, they are fired up for their team. Here's Scott out of the timeout. Double teamed up top. Kicks Farmer from the corner. Big 3, it's good! Farmer's got 2 from outside the arc this quarter. 2-point game.
And
here
Farmer
we go.
Wants it. He wants Jack Champagne as he takes a tough layup.
And that's why you don't want Jack Champagne. He turns it right back on the Dragons with an answer. The energy in this building is electric as Parks almost loses control, and a whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow does favor the Wildcats. They get it right back.
A defensive show out from this Oxford Wildcats team, not known for their defense, but it's a 4-point game and they're forcing turnovers. This is exactly what you need in a close game. Make the other team make the mistakes so you can capitalize on them.
They're playing Lake Orion. They're playing on the road. It's a rivalry game. It's their senior night. It just means more for both teams, and you can see it with the Wildcats defense tonight. Not something we're used to seeing, like we've said. They are showing out on the defensive side so far.
And the feeling, the emotion that you would have to break a team's 16-game win streak, undefeated season, when they come to your place and it's a rivalry game. Foul there.
I want to go on Giacalone.
Elling will shoot. But the feeling that you would have, I don't know if you could contain the student section from not running on the court if they win this game. It's going to be a storm in this place.
I'm telling you, the roof might come down if that happens. Elling from the free throw line hits his first.
Push the lead to 5 here.
Joey Nearing, Zach Parks, and Jackson Shosky check in for Lake Orion. Out goes Rochelo, Farmer, and Scott.
Elling will shoot his second.
And he hits both. Lead is now 6 for the Wildcats, 38-32. 2:15 left in this third quarter. Shosky. Galvin to Parks. Parks drives, spins to the middle, pulls up, jumper, rattles around, and it's good. Great play by Parks.
4-point game. Looks like he came down a little weird off that attempted rebound off that free throw, but he got right back up and then does that. I think he's feeling quite okay.
Drew Cady now drives to the right side. Tough right hand off the high glass. No good. Parks rebound. Minute 45 left in the third. Parks pushes the pace. Stolen away by Cady. Stolen right back by Giacalone. Back and forth again. Shosky corrals it to the lane. Right hand. No good. Elling rebounds. Wildcats pushing the pace, flying up and down the court on both ends. Kicks Elling. The big man's going to try another three. No good. 2-on-1 for the Dragons. Here's Parks. Now Giacalone 1-on-1. Stoff in reverse. No good. Parks rebounds. Gets it to go. Fast pace, high octane. Here we go again, folks. 2-point game.
Zach Parks has 12 points right now in this game, and 4 of them coming back to back in this quarter.
And a foul on Nathan Giacalone. Looked like he pushed Drew Cady there. Referee caught it right out the corner of his eye. He'll draw the foul. Rochelo checks back in for Lake Orion.
This is a guy you want on the court right now, Ryan Rushlow. It's becoming a physical battle, and you want your biggest guy, you want your enforcer on the court when it becomes a physical battle.
But at that cost, they take Parks out for a breather.
I don't know if it's a cost right now, honestly. You kind of want to save him for that later in the game. This is going to be a close game, and you want your best player to be 100%.
Another contested shot just drilled by Jake Champagne. Under a minute to go. It's 40-36. Oxford holds a close lead. Giacalone slows it down. 40 seconds left. Drives, kicks. Rochelo to the lane, left hand. Went up strong, hard foul by Cady. Rochelo will go to the line.
You got to cash in on these. If they want to stay in this game, if they want to make this close, they need to cash in on these points. It's a 4-point game, and you need to take as many free points as you can take.
And they are called free throws for a reason. They are those free points. They're giving them to you.
Gabe Scott will come off the bench looking to check in after this first free throw, along with Max Nearing.
First one's good. Scott checks in. It's Galvin coming out now.
A little student section magic over here happening.
The magic fingers going up in the air.
You'll see those after every free throw shot. During the free throw shot, the clap and the fingers will go up.
And they work for the home roll for Rochelo. 2 for 2 from the line. Cuts the lead back down to 2 again. And for the first time, we see Max Nearing check in for the Dragons.
The Lake Orion Dragons have not had a lead since the first quarter or at all. Oxford has controlled the score in this game. Not by much, but they have controlled it.
You are correct. There's Champagne with a three, drills it. There he is again. Jake Champagne lighting it up all over the place tonight. 12 seconds left.
You get a bucket here and you go into the fourth quarter down by either 3 or 2 points.
5 seconds. Scott gonna try something mid-range. No good. Rebound is Elling, and that is the end of the third quarter. Lake Orion battling it out with the undefeated Oxford Wildcats. 43-38. Oxford leads heading into the fourth quarter. You're not going to want to miss it, folks. We've still got 8 minutes left of a rivalry matchup. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Fieldhouse. Your score is 43 for the Oxford Wildcats, 38 for the Lake Orion Dragons. This is just what you want from a rivalry game. Undefeated, 16-0, 9-0 in the OAA White. Oxford Wildcats, red hot. Lake Orion Dragons team, 13-5, 9-game win streak, 12 wins in their last 13 games, 8-1 in the OAA White. Heated rivalry. It's going to come down to the wire just as we expected, just as we wanted in this game. We love this.
And you mentioned coming down to the wire. These teams need to look forward right now. You can't change what happened in the back half of this game. You can't change what happened in the first quarter. You can't change what happened in the second quarter. You can't change what just happened 2 minutes ago in the third quarter. You have to do what now. You need to change something now. You need to do something to win yourself this game right now.
See if Lake Orion can make that happen here as we begin the fourth quarter with Galvin. Double team again by the Wildcats, trying to fluster the Dragons here. Forced turnover. Parks will draw a foul. And it looks like we had contact to the face. That's on number 5, Nolan Mauser. That one will be on the floor, so it will go to the baseline, the sideline. Farmer looking around. Parks goes down on the back half of the play. Here's Scott.
Parks was looking for the foul call on that. Didn't get it, though.
Scott surveys to the lane. Kicks now. Farmer for 3. Oh, he got another one. He has been on fire in the second half. That's 3 3-pointers in the second half for Will Farmer.
9 points off 3-pointers. Will Farmer has not missed.
Look out for Farmer, ladies and gentlemen. Champagne forced up a tough shot. No good.
Look for the foul.
Parks now gonna push the pace, bumps his way to the mid-range, shoots the fadeaway. We got a tie. Ball game at the Fieldhouse.
And the entire student section is erupting.
They are loving it. 43-43.
If the Lake Orion Dragons take a lead right now, Oxford calls a timeout because they need to regroup. That's 5 straight points and no points for Oxford.
Look at the bench for the Dragons. Timeout called. Looks like by the Wildcats, a full timeout. The student section's going crazy. Head on over to the ONTV website at orionontv.org and click the food drive button to donate via our charity GoFundMe account to support the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. This GoFundMe account will close at the end of the week, so get those donations in now. Oh my goodness, Dylan. Oh my goodness. 43, 6:55 left in the game. Lake Orion making a run, 5 straight points. What a game.
Pure and utter chaos is ensuing right now. Both teams are trading blows like unseen before in an Oxford basketball game so far this season. They haven't played a competition like this before. They have not been in this close of a game. Lake Orion has been in a few of them. They lost a couple, but they won their most recent one against the Troy Colts a few days ago in a 1-point shootout.
Stoffen goes for three, no good. Parks rebounds behind the back. Parks got to slow it down, and he turns it over. No, he regained control. Scott for three. No good. Rebound, Katie. That student section was about to go crazy if that shot went down. Katie to the lane. We got an offensive foul. Nick Galvin draws the charge on Katie. Oh my!
The Oxford Wildcats need to feel their undefeated season, their hopes and dreams of completing this unachievable feat sliding through their fingers right now. It is 43-43. They took a charge. If Gabe Scott would have hit that three, I don't know if anyone could have not screamed, yelled. If the stadium wouldn't be withstanding this, the school might implode on itself because of the amount of the energy that is coming from this field house right now.
You got it right, sir. There's Galvin. 6:20 left. Kicks to the corner. Farmer, he's got the hot hand right now. Galvin drives. Euro step to the lane. Lake Orion's got the lead. First time since the end of the first quarter. 45-43 Dragons.
And Coach Andrades is yelling at his team to get back on defense as Will Farmer gets a steal, but they call a foul. And Coach Andrades is visibly upset. He cannot believe what just happened.
Will Farmer does not like it either, neither does the student section. Nobody likes that call at all.
The entire student section's booing the referees over there, but what you have to understand is the referees need to call what they see. It's not completely, it's an unbiased. They call what they see. You can't argue with the referees here. Knocked out of the hand
of Champagne. I think for Oxford right now, you've got to breathe, settle down. You're trying to play too fast. You're playing too tense. You're getting too caught up in the moment of the rivalry. You need to slow it down, breathe, and just play your game. That's what they're doing right now. They're playing Lake Orion's game. Lake Orion's got them where they want them. Oxford needs to play their game if they want to get back in control and keep their undefeated season alive. As here's Stoff into the lane. Now Mauser kicks to Katie. And an offensive foul again on Katie. Zach Parks draws another one. This Dragon team has come alive in the second half.
Coach Andrades trying to control his players. They have to be feeling something. They're about to beat an undefeated team. They're about to beat the team that beat them by 20 points 9 games ago in their last loss of the season. That's sitting in the back of your brain. That's a revenge tour. This is a revenge game for this Lake Orion team.
That is fuel to the fire for this rivalry tonight. And it shows. Lake Orion's got that fire in them right now.
I just want to point out how cool, calm, and composed the entire Lake Orion basketball team is. I don't see a smile cracked on anyone's face. This is pure, serious game. Game's not over.
Yeah, it ain't over till that final buzzer sounds. Here's Scott now. 5.5 to go. Scott again. Here's Galvin up top. Lake Orion slowing it down, controlling the tempo. 5:05. Parks tries the three. No, it's off the mark short. Stoffen rebounds, pushing up the court.
The Oxford Wildcats have scored under 50 points in 2 games this season. This might be a third, unless unless Jake Champagne has something to say about it, as he hits a three to tie, a long two they counted that as, to tie this game.
And he once again all over the score sheet tonight. Man, he's been amazing. He's got 25 tonight.
If you would like to donate food items to help the ONTV fill our production van, you can do so by coming down to the ONTV studio at 1349 Joslin Road at the Orion Center from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. this week. Our van is here with its doors open, waiting for your donations. If you cannot make it to donate this week, don't worry. ONTV is a year-round drop-off location for fish. Stop in anytime and donate.
This place is about to explode, Dylan. It is about to explode. 45-45, we're tied again. 4:47 left in the fourth quarter in probably what's going to end up being the game of the year between these two teams.
Game of the year between these two teams. This might be the game of the year in the state of Michigan.
Period.
It's a 16-0 team versus a team that's 12 of 13, 9-0 in their last 9 games, undefeated in the last 9 games of the season, versus a team that's undefeated in the entire season. And
it's a rivalry game.
It's a rivalry game.
That only adds to it. Oxford student section screaming, let's go defense, and they're going to need some of it now.
I think we forgot to mention that these teams already played once. Oh, yeah, Oxford won by 20.
Farmer for 3 again. No good. That is his first miss in a while tonight.
As he gets right back on defense, though.
He's not going to let that get to him. Here's Champagne. They've got to get the ball in his hands. That was Jacobson. Now it's Stoffen. Here's Elling now, hands off Champagne, gonna try a deep 3 from contested range. No good, and Scott corrals the rebound.
The Oxford Wildcats have had 5 players score to Lake Orion's 6 players that have scored. Lake Orion has had 6 players that have scored today. Oxford has 5. This is a superstar-focused match. The guys that you need to score are scoring, like guys like Ryan Rushlow. Guys like Zach Parks are scoring when you need to score. Oh yeah, and then Drew Cady has almost over half of the points for this Oxford team right now.
Rushlow from the line. Ooh, misses the first one. That could be tough.
Lake Orion was 100% from the free throw line up until that point.
Here's number 2 from Rushlow. And he misses again. Oxford student section looked like he might have made a difference there. Under the halfway point. Still knotted up at 45 apiece. Stoffen gonna try a corner 3. He hits! Oxford's got the lead back! 48-45 Wildcats. Wow! Stoffen making an impact late. Here's Galvin now, Farmer. Here's Scott up top against Stoffen, who just hit that huge 3 from the corner. Parks now. Spins to the lane against Champagne, blocked by Champagne, and a foul.
Champagne cannot believe that that was called a foul.
He is distraught by that one. It will send Zach Parks to the free throw line. And we have not seen him from the line yet tonight. His first 2 shots from the charity stripe.
The student section looking to work their magic here now.
And Zach Parks just gets the home roll. Next one looks to make it a 1-point game again.
Now you just have to think, if Ryan Rushlow could have made those 2 free throws, Lake Orion could have the lead right now.
And Parks misses. 2-point game, 48-46, 3:15 left in the ball game. Here's your superstar. Champagne on Farmer. Elling inside Mauser. Mauser spins. No good, but gets the foul. Galvin gets called for the foul. That will send Nolan Mauser to the line. Do not believe we have seen him from the line yet tonight as well either. 2 big ones for the Wildcats. Lake Orion student section's loud. And he airballs the first one. That student section is not going to quiet down whatsoever. They're going to let him have it.
Nick Galvin will check out for Nathan Giacalone.
Student section is loud. Here's Mauser's second attempt. Does not let it get to him. Hits the second one. Good rebound by Mauser.
Game.
Great rebound by Mauser to keep a clear head. Especially as high school kids, that is hard to do. Here's Giacalone. He's going to try and do it himself. Step back jumper. Too strong. Rebound Stoffen. Under 3 to play. 3-point game. Here's Mauser. Now Stoffen. Now it's Champagne. Here he goes to the lane, jump stop to the lane, too short, rebound, and he gets the putback. 2-possession game again, it's a 5-point lead. Jake Champagne once again taking control.
Jake Champagne has 26 points right now.
Absolutely remarkable. Farmer to the lane, tough right hand, no good. Parks fighting for the rebound, and a foul called. And it's going to be a foul on number 5, Nolan Mauser. They do not agree. Parks will go back to the line.
Oxford's bench is visibly upset right now.
Parks hits in the first.
Trying to put this to a 3-point game. We will see if he can do it. He missed 1 of his last 2. He is 2 for 3 from the free throw line in the second half.
Here is the second from Parks, a big one. Nails it. 1 possession game again. 2:12 remaining. Oh my, and here comes the full court press from the Dragons. They're not messing around anymore. Stolen by Farmer. This is huge for Lake Orion if they can capitalize. Parks to the lane.
Foul called.
Foul. And it's a charge on Parks. Andradas is fuming after that one. The ball will go back to the Wildcats. Andradas cannot believe it.
They're just going to have to do it again if they want to stay in this game.
Here they are again with the press. Champagne breaks it. Knocked away by Farmer. It's loose.
Goes through Shosky's hands.
Here's Stoffen for 3, a big one. No good. Knocked away by Shosky. Rebound Elling. Ball flying around the court. Now Oxford able to slow it down. Here's Elling again. Minute 40 to go. Still a 3-point game. 51-48 Wildcats.
Folks, I cannot believe what's before my eyes happening right now. The Lake Orion Dragons are within 3 points of breaking the Oxford Wildcats' undefeated season. If you do not understand how big of a game this is right now, as a foul was called on number 5, Will Farmer.
I think Lake Orion is now considering trying to get into the bonus now. They still need 1 more foul to get in the bonus and send Oxford to the free throw line. But the one guy you don't want at the line, number 4 in black, Jake Champagne. Do not foul him if you don't have to. 1 more foul gets them in the bonus.
They're going to look to hold a possession.
Intercepted by Scott. 1-on-1 with Champagne. Back outside, minute 13 left.
Can get a quick 2 and still have time in this game.
Farmer's wide open in the corner. He's going to try the 3. No good. Off back iron. Looked good for Farmer. Out to Champagne. And a foul.
Looking for the jump ball there. Didn't get it though.
Foul on Parks. And this is trouble. They're in the bonus. Jake Champagne's going to the line. And Zach Parks looks like he's going to check out. Parks is done. That's 5 fouls. He's out for the rest of the game.
Someone else is going to have to step up.
That is a huge loss for Lake Orion. As the superstar, number 4, Jake Champagne, is at the line to shoot 2. And he misses the first.
3-point game. It is a 1-possession game. If he makes this, he pushes it to a 2-possession game.
And Galvin checks in for Farmer now.
They're going with their best 3-point shooters on the court right now.
How can you blame them? You're down by 3, you got to. Huge shot from Champagne, 60 seconds left. No good, it's still a 3-point game. 1-possession game still.
If Lake Orion wins this game, it will come back. Jake Champagne, all that he has done in this game, he is going to have to take that loss on the shoulders because you cannot miss 2 free throws in a row in that crucial of a point in the game.
Here's Shosky now, 40 seconds and a whistle. We got a timeout, full timeout called by the Dragons. Andradas trying to draw something up here. If you'd like to donate online, we again have our charity GoFundMe account set up for fish. Head on over to orionontv.org and click on the Food Drive logo to donate right now. We want you to know there are some fees taken out for online cash donations through GoFundMe. If you'd like to donate cash in person, you can do that too. Stop in at the ONTV studios at Orion Center at 1349 Joslin Road to donate. 100% of all donations collected go directly to the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. Dylan, what's the game plan here? You're down by 3, 41 seconds left. You've got the ball after a timeout. What's the game plan?
You put every guy in the game that can shoot a 3 at a high percentage. I think you go Nathan Giacalone. He's got to be in there. Will Farmer's hit big 3s this game, but you need a guy that can get a rebound if you miss. Ryan Rushlow is going to have to be in the game. You need one big guy in the game. I don't know if you can go for a quick 2 and try to do something to get him, maybe miss 1, go down 2. It's rough. It's a hard decision. It's a coach's decision. It's why Andrades is the head coach of the Lake Orion Dragons varsity basketball team, is because he is the guy with the most insight, the guy that can make these big decisions. That's why he's here.
And those big decisions are going to end up being crucial, because a game this close where it's talent on talent and it's even, it could come down to coaching in the very end. You just never know. Here's Galvin, 40 seconds remaining. Lake Orion trails by 3. Oxford playing tight defense, trying to keep him out of the paint. Scott now up top, 25 seconds remaining. Scott to the lane, count it, and a foul! Oh my goodness! The student section has erupted. 1-point game, and Gabe Scott is going to be at the free throw line with a chance to tie it up. Wow!
Cool, calm, and collected. Cool, calm, and collected. Gabe Scott, you're at the free throw line to upset the undefeated 6-0 best team in your league, Oxford Wildcats. One shot to cement yourself in legacy for this season.
And how many times have we said it tonight? A lot, because it's important. It needs to be restated all night. This is the biggest game of the year for both sides. Scott from the line. Building is loud. And it's short rebound by Nearing. 20 seconds left. Farmer going to try a 3. No good. Tipped around. Champagne's got it, and a foul. That is a smart foul, however, by the Dragons. It stops the clock. A brutal miss by Scott. He is not happy, but this ball game is still not over. It is a 1-point game with 14 seconds left. Champagne is at the line to shoot 2, but Lake Orion still got some hope.
Champagne is 1 for 3 right now from the line.
He hits the first. That's a huge one for Champagne. That is a huge one.
2-point game. The Lake Orion Dragons are praying, hoping, sending some sort of message to whoever can control this, that Jake Champagne misses the shot.
It's 52-50, 14 seconds left. No matter what happens on this shot, it will still be a 1-possession game.
It's just going to be a big 3.
Absolutely huge for Champagne here. And he is cool, calm, and collected. Hits both. 3-point game again. Oxford extends their lead. Full timeout called.
I don't know what to say. It's a 3-point game. The biggest rivalry in Oakland County. They're crosstown rivals. Both teams have been playing so good in the past month, 2 months. 9-0, 16-0. I don't know what to say. It's just so it means so much, and you could tell it means so much to both of these teams. Oxford has looked cool, calm, and collected. They have not yet. They've not thrown anything out. They've stayed true to their game. They scored 53 points. That is a high-scoring high school basketball game. 53 points, but Lake Orion, you know, they're not known for the best offense. They don't score 80 points occasionally. They don't score 70 points on average. They don't throw 60 bombs in, you know, as regular games like Oxford does, but they scored 50 tonight.
They have kept it close all game long. They have not let Oxford pull away, and that has proven to be the difference here. It's ball game right now. For 32 minutes, it's been an absolute dogfight between these two teams.
And they're praying for overtime right now. Occasionally, we could see the 4-point play if it comes into effect, but it's a low percentage. If you can send this game into overtime, you give yourself a better chance at winning this game.
Shosky's going to take the inbound. Oxford's coming out in a full court press. 13 seconds. Lake Orion needs a 3. Here you go. Galvin kicks. Giacalone, 7 seconds. 6. Shot fakes. 5 seconds. Scott going to try a deep one. Oh!
And it goes in! And it goes in!
Tie! Ball game!
Oh! We'll see you in overtime!
My goodness!
And Gabe Scott isn't seen anywhere. He's in the middle of the student section. Nobody knows where he is.
Oh my goodness! 53! Overtime on our hands!
Visible disbelief. There's disbelief in the student section. There's disbelief from the Oxford Wildcats. Nobody knows what just happened. That is the biggest shot Gabe Scott will take in his career of basketball. No matter if he goes to the NBA, if he plays D1 college basketball anywhere, that is the biggest shot. You were sitting the school that you've been with for 12 years to overtime versus your biggest rival of the year. They're 16-0.
Now what? Now what do you do if you're both teams? You gotta regroup in some way. That student section might have almost broken the bleachers with their reaction.
The only thing I could be thinking is Zach Parks is not in this game. He fouled out. That could be a key detrimental thing for this Lake Orion team. But you know what? Guys step up in big moments. And there's plenty of guys on that bench that can step up in big moments. One of them just hit the biggest 3 of his life on the court.
Oh my goodness. We have never seen a game like this before. Rivalry game. Undefeated season on the line for the Oxford Wildcats. 9-game win streak on the line for Lake Orion Dragons. And we are heading into overtime. Not only, it's Lake Orion senior night as well. These seniors and these student section has come out for a gem of a game. This is game of the year caliber stuff.
Any senior that's in this building right now is playing the last game or watching the last game. They will on this home court right here. And it's a big one.
Here we go, overtime underway. Reset the score, folks. It's tied. Rochelo with a big steal to start it.
It's what's left in the tank. It's can you run on fumes? How much is left in the gas tank?
The adrenaline's got to fill it up at least halfway, though. And an offensive foul called on Galvin. Oxford gets the ball right back. What a dogfight this has been.
There's nothing comparable to this game right now. Nothing. There's no rivalry that's this big. It's uncomparable. It's guys you've grown up next to for the past 12 years. You've watched, you've played these guys in every other sport.
And a whistle and a foul. Champagne's going to go to the line again.
But you've played these guys for 12 years. You've gone to school with these guys. You've had those guys across from you for 12 years. No sport that you play in, no sport has rivalries like this because you don't play with guys for 12 years. You don't play against guys for 12 years. You don't live with them. You don't grow up next to them. You don't grow up knowing I need to beat them any chance I get. As Jake Champagne hits his first free throw to put the Wildcats up by 1 point.
And these guys, to that point, they might be best friends off the court, out on the social life. Right now, these guys can't stand each other, and you can tell. It is fun to watch.
Rivals.
Fun to watch. As Champagne clutches it up and hits both free throws, Oxford has another 2-point lead. Here's Galvin, now to Farmer.
I'm wondering if you want to get it back to Gabe Scott. He hit that big 3.
Galvin running around, that's poked free. It will stay with Lake Orion. Elling forces it out. A little bit of a scare for the Dragons, but they do retain possession.
The stakes are even higher now. Every possession, every point, it all means more. It's overtime. It's a half of a quarter, 4 minutes, and everything counts more. You're not waiting on another quarter of overtime. Overtime, this is it.
Here's Scott now. A minute has passed in this overtime period. Only 4 minutes in overtime in high school. And after this, game ends in a tie. If there's no double overtime in high school, it ends in a tie. If these two teams are still knotted up. And there's a foul. Rochelo's going to go to the line. Both teams still in the bonus. The fouls carry over from the fourth quarter. Both teams still in the bonus. Rochelo will go to the line and shoot 2.
I don't think we can stress this enough. I don't think the players themselves can comprehend what is happening right now. No one in the stadium understands that Oxford has not lost a game this year.
Big shot from Rochelo.
Every player that is on this team has not tasted defeat yet. And they don't want to. But guess what? Lake Orion's waving it right in front of them. You know, here's this defeat. Here we go.
Rochelo shorts the second one. It's a 1-point game. 2:45 to go. There's still a lot of time left on that clock. Both teams need to play calm. As that is Staffen going to the baseline. Absolutely nails the layup. It's a 3-point game again. Too easy for Luke Staffen. Shosky now, shot fakes, goes to the lane. Kicks now. Giacalone wide open in the corner. No good. Rochelo rebounds. We have an offensive foul called. And the ball's going to go back to the Wildcats. Foul on Rochelo. That is his 4th foul. He's another big piece, literally and figuratively, that the Dragons cannot afford to lose.
Both teams are in the bonus right now, so any foul will go to the line.
Carter Jacobson is at the line for the first time tonight. Hits the first. It's a 2-possession game. Wildcats looking like they're trying to pull away. Jacobson hits both. And we got a whistle. And it just looks like some substitutions here. Yes, Farmer comes off the floor. Galbin's back on. Scott gonna let the ball roll, save time.
They're saving as much clock as they can. They're gonna need it because Oxford's gonna score, and that's gonna happen. Oxford is gonna score. There's 2 minutes left in this game. Both teams are gonna score, but Lake Orion's gonna need as much time as they get when it comes down to this last minute.
Galvin goes baseline. Giacalone wide open in the corner. Huge shot from Giacalone. 2-point game again. Lake Orion won't go away.
They're knocking at the door. They want it. Nathan Giacalone might be the guy that wants it the most on this team. Or a guy, maybe.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
Nathan Giacalone wants it right now.
Nathan
Draws
Giacalone,
the charge.
I can't tell who wants it more. Gabe Scott that hit the 3 to send this to overtime, or Nathan Giacalone that might win it for him.
Listen to Seven Nation Army from the student section. They are loud right now. 2-point game, minute 45 left. Lake Orion with a crucial
This is guaranteed the best basketball game that either of these teams have played this year, last year, the year before that, the year before that. Any game, this is not comparable. There's not been a game like this that any of these players have played.
Rochelo was looking for Shosky underneath, couldn't find him. It goes out of bounds. Could be a crucial turnover for the Dragons. And the Dragons looking like, yes, they're going to come out in a full court press.
You need the ball back and you need to score.
Mauser finds Champagne in the corner. Looking to trap. Here's Mauser again. Staffen breaks it. Spins to the middle and a foul. That one looks like it's on Scott. And that will send Staffen to the line to shoot 2. He makes both. It's a 2-possession game again.
Looks like Giacalone's going to check, or excuse me, Galbin is going to check in. For who, though, is not decided yet. I don't see you pulling Giacalone off the court. You can't pull Gabe Scott off the court because he just hit that big 3. He's the guy that's going to hit the big shot.
And it's a miss by Staffen, so no matter what, it's a 1-possession game.
They're going to pull Farmer.
No matter what happens here, it's still a 1-possession game. Lake Orion can tie it or take a lead with a 3-pointer here, depending on the outcome. Oxford looking to crack 60 once again.
what was looking to be a low-scoring game.
He misses again. Rebound, Giacalone. It's a 2-point game.
11-10 was the score in the first quarter. It is now 59-57.
Rocheleau almost lost it, regains control. Approaching 1 minute. Galvin's got it. Elling playing tight defense. Good pass by Galvin inside Rocheleau. He's going to force it. Count it! And a foul! Ryan Rocheleau!
And guess what? He claps it off and he says, I'm going to the line. I'm going to hit this. I'm going to put my team up by 1. And I'm going to make you shoot a 3 to send you, to a tie and not win another game.
Wow! This is huge for Rocheleau here. This is for the lead.
The biggest free throw of his life.
Shorts it. Rebound, Champagne. We're knotted up at 59 with under a minute to go. Oh my goodness, folks. What a game. That's a big shot from Deagle in the corner. No good. Rebound, Mauser. Looking for Champagne. Lost it. That's going to go out of bounds. Lake Orion's got it back. Costly mistake by Nolan Mauser.
And you see Zach, that's a big thing. I don't know if you could see it, but Zach Parks is telling Nathan Giacalone exactly what's going on right now. Zach Parks his senior leadership is felt even when he's not in the game. He's the first guy out in the court that's grabbing everyone's hand. He's the guy that wants this the most, even though he's not playing. He's the leader of this team. He's the captain. Zach Parks is having an impact on this game, even though he can't play.
And that is exactly why he is a captain. It's his presence on the court, off the court, as a vocal leader, as a phenomenal player. That is the exact reason why he is this team's captain and why they all rally around him, whether or not he's on the floor. This has been phenomenal so far. 59-59, can you ask for anything better? Rivalry matchup on Lake Orion senior night. In overtime, less than a minute to go. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. This is phenomenal.
I don't think there's anywhere else to be. There's probably people out of town from 2 hours away that came to see this game because they found out that Gabe Scott sent this to overtime with the biggest 3 in Lake Orion High School the past four years. This is the biggest game that these teams have played in a long time.
And if you look at this building, not a single person has left. They have been here from beginning to end. Nobody wants to leave. They're not leaving early. You want to see the end of this game. One team it's going to end in heartbreak. The other team it's going to end in excitement. But no matter what side you're on, you want to be here to see the end.
The student section's full. The bleachers are full. Oh yeah, and there's people standing around the indoor track just to watch it.
Shosky to the lane. He got it! Lake Orion's got the lead again!
He gets right back on defense. He knows how much that means. But they have to stop Oxford now.
61-59. Shosky in the lane against Champagne. Champagne answers. Typical Jake Champagne doing it himself again. Ties it right back up. 17 seconds. Galvin. Lake Orion's got to take the final shot here. Worst case scenario is you want to end it in a tie. 7 seconds, 6, 5, Scott's got the ball with 4, 3, he's going to shoot the 3, and it's tipped. That one was off the ball. And we've got the final buzzer. Oh my goodness. And a correction on my part, folks, I apologize for early in the broadcast. We are going to double overtime. I apologize for saying it was ending in a tie after the first overtime. We're going to a second one. This is absolutely phenomenal.
This is unseen.
Absolutely phenomenal. I don't think anybody expected this. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere for this second overtime.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
We are back in the field house at Lake Orion High School. Folks, you have witnessed a dandy tonight, and if you're just tuning in, this game has been back and forth, dog fight all night long between undefeated Oxford and 13-5 Lake Orion, 9-game win streak on the line for the Dragons. 61-61, we tip off double overtime. Oxford wins the tip. Here's Stauffen. This has been phenomenal.
It is now 9 o'clock here in the field house, and we have a double overtime basketball game.
Mauser to the lane, underneath to Champagne, regains it. Elling for three. No good. Champagne's height gets the rebound. Jacobson corrals it again. Oxford maintaining possession. Stauffen's going to try a three. No good. Tipped out by Elling. Oxford maintaining possession, taking a lot of shots. Just on this one possession, Mauser to the lane, and a foul. That is huge for Lake Orion. That's on number 23, Rochelo. That is number 5 on Rochelo, I believe. Yes, he is coming out of the game. That is their 2 big men. Zach Parks went out in the fourth quarter with 5 fouls. Now at the beginning of second overtime, Ryan Rochelo goes out with 5 fouls. That is what is brutal about these overtime games. The fouls don't reset whatsoever. They carry over, and you'll still only get 5. Even when you're in an overtime period, you don't get extra if you go into extra time.
I just want to point out, we haven't mentioned it, Drew Cady's night is done. He has 5 fouls. He's been out for this game. Nolan
Mauser at the line.
Nolan Mauser has 4 as well.
He hits both free throws. This is exactly how last overtime started. Oxford gets an early foul and hits 2 early free throws. Are we seeing a little bit of deja vu?
Nolan Mauser has 4 fouls. Jake Champagne has 3. Those are guys that are foul show. And honestly, if Jake Champagne comes out of this game, I don't know what Oxford is thinking. What do you do?
We really don't know, because he has been absolutely off the charts tonight. He has quite a few points. He's over 30 by now. He has been phenomenal tonight. So good. He's got 31. By far the leading scorer. He's got essentially half of the points they got. 31 of their 63. If he's done, then he's still got 2 fouls to go. But if he goes out, it's a question mark for the Wildcats.
I don't think he's come off the court since the middle of the fourth quarter. Maybe.
I don't know if he's come off the court, period. I feel like I've seen him out there all 32 minutes and counting. Here's Giacalone to push it up. 3.5 to go in double overtime. Here's Galvin at the top. We must remember, folks, that none of this would be happening right now if it wasn't for number 0, Gabe Scott. There's a shot by Shosky, no good. Rebound Champagne. Hitting an absolutely insane deep 3 to send this game into overtime and tie it with 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. An absolutely clutch shot by Scott is why we are here right now. Champagne tries a contested 3. No good, and Farmer went for the rebound. It goes off of his leg, and it stays with the Wildcats. Unfortunate for Farmer.
Stops the clock. Joey Neering checking in for the first time.
And Galvin off.
Joey Neering checking in for the first time this overtime period. He's got to take that big man spot, and he's been a guy that Lake Orion's been able to count on when some people aren't in. When Ryan Rochelo wasn't playing, they did have Stephen Butcher as. Yep.
Jake Champagne again, 33 on the night.
Who else?
Wow.
He has over half their points now.
Here's Shosky, 65-61, 2-possession game. There's Scott. He hit the big 3 in the fourth quarter. To the lane with the left hand. Tough shot, no good. Rebound Champagne. Oxford looking to gain control of this one and maintain the lead. It has been back and forth all game. Oxford looks to finally crack Lake Orion and get control.
Looks like Oxford might score 70 again today.
They are on pace, it sure seems like. And a foul on Giacalone. Giacalone cannot believe it. Got a push on him.
He has 4 now. He is in major foul trouble.
And that, we've restated it multiple times tonight. Lake Orion had to stay out of foul trouble, and it is coming back to bite them. In these scenarios, you need guys like Ryan Rochelo and Zach Parks out on the floor, but they're both out with 5 fouls. Champagne from the line, drills the first.
Ryan Rushlow hit a big free throw that tied this game, which this is Ryan Rushlow hitting that overtime free throw in overtime, sending them to double overtime. It's Gabe Scott hitting the biggest three of the game to send them to overtime.
Champagne hits both free throws. Oxford has extended the lead to 6 quickly. Lake Orion's got to find an answer fast. Giacalone now to Galvin. Giacalone tries a contested 3. Had to have it, and he got it. Drains it.
Timeout by Jose Andrades.
And the Dragons might have something going here. It's a 3-point game, back to 1 possession. They are not going away whatsoever. Oh my goodness.
And we all have to remember, all these kids got school tomorrow too.
Yes.
But it might be late start though. It is late start. But we all got school tomorrow.
But for this, you're staying up all night for this one.
Exactly.
You want to be here tonight. You will stay up as late as you can to watch the end of this game. It doesn't matter if you got to wake up, whether you got late start or not tomorrow morning. It doesn't matter if you got to wake up early in the morning. You want to be here in the moment.
And no one's left
not
to that point.
Not a person, no.
No one's walked through those doors to be like, nah, I don't really want to watch this, you know.
You can't not want this.
You've been here for almost 3 hours now for this game.
You can't leave now.
You can't leave now.
You can't. Here we go, breaking the huddle. Looks like the 5 on the floor for the Dragons is Scott, Nearing, Giacalone, Shosky, and Farmer. And for the Wildcats, it's Mauser, Stoffen, Champagne. That is Deagle and Elling.
Nathan Giacalone with 4 fouls. That's the biggest story right now.
Wide open up the court is Jake Champagne. They throw a Hail Mary down to him. One-on-one with Giacalone, and Champagne gets it done on the other end again. What a response, 69-64.
Just unexpected.
Here's Scott now to Farmer, kicks Giacalone. He's gonna try another 3. Oh my! Keeps it close again. Nathan Giacalone.
67-69.
Wow. Here goes Stoffen pushing the pace. Elling gonna try a 3 now. Air ball, rebound, Farmer, 2-point game. Lake Orion's got a chance to tie it or take
1
the lead.
1 minute and 15 seconds left.
Where have we seen this before? Twice already tonight.
I don't know if we go to a third overtime. I have no idea. I don't know what's happening after this.
Giacalone, no good. Rebound, Champagne. And a travel call on Champagne, and he cannot believe it. Lake Orion catches a huge break and gets the ball right back with 1:01 to go.
Jake Champagne hasn't come off the court. Jake Champagne still hasn't come off the court.
They just subbed again. It's Jacobson back in for the Wildcats. Champagne not going anywhere. He is an Iron Man for these Wildcats. Here's Galvin to take the inbound. 1:01 to go. Oh my. That is huge for the Wildcats. Pass goes errant away from Scott. Right back to Oxford. Huge mistake by the Dragons.
This needs to be the best full court press of Nathan Giacalone and Gabe Scott's life right now. And if Will Farmer can disrupt this pass.
Mauser looking around. Got to get rid of it. Does to Stoffen. And a foul. They draw the foul on Stoffen. That one goes on Shosky.
Falls number 1, Jackson Shosky, his second.
He's got to be the one that gets the fouls. If they need a foul, he's got to be the one to get it. That was only his second foul. He's nowhere near foul trouble.
Yeah, it's got to be either Jackson Shosky or it's Joey Nearing.
Keep guys out of foul trouble. The guys that aren't in foul trouble, make them foul in these scenarios. You have to. As Stoffen from the line hits.
Will Farmer's got 3. Nick Galvin's got 3. Gabe Scott has 1. He can foul.
But the big one, Nathan Giacalone has 4. That's the big one right now.
And he's hit 2 big threes that has kept this game close.
Kept Lake Orion in this game in this double overtime.
And you might need another one if he misses this shot right here.
which he doesn't. Stoffen cool under pressure. 57 seconds to go. 4-point game, 71-67. Wildcats lead it. Shosky to the lane. Tries to force it, no good, no foul call either. Elling now. Jackaloni cannot foul. Champaign kicks now Jacobson. Wildcats eating the clock, 35 seconds. Shosky fouls.
Send Stoffen back to the line.
He will shoot 2. He just nailed 2. He's going to try for 2 more.
Jake Champaign has 4 fouls, by the way.
I
just want to put that out there.
Huge for the Wildcats. Stoffen hits the first again. You can't have Champaign foul out of this game. You can't.
Yeah, I honestly, if he fouls out and we have to push this to a 3rd overtime, if that even exists.
Stoffen hits another automatic from the line.
You need 2 threes now. Like, you need it now.
30 seconds left. Scott's got to draw something. He takes a big shot. No good. Rebound is Champaign, and Shosky fouls.
Whoa,
Shosky
little
and
chippy
Champaign
going on.
A little chippy. And the Oxford student section is fired up right now.
I don't know why Oxford's fired up. I'm going to be honest. You are undefeated right now, and this is a close game. Nothing's over. There's 22 seconds left to go in this game. I would not start getting happy. Jake Champaign missed both of his free throws earlier in this game. There's a chance that this is a 6-point game, a quick 3, and something crazy. This is a tie game.
He's got to hit at least 1 to make it a 3-possession game, and he does. 74-67. Oxford may have just essentially put the final nail in the coffin against Lake Orion. Champaign hits both. 8-point game with 22 seconds left. Lake Orion looking for one final gasp. Jackaloni to the lane. Can't get it to go. Farmer rebounds and a foul. And it's going to be a technical foul on Andrades. And he is not happy. And that might essentially be the dagger. Man, the Wildcats had to work hard for this one, but it looks like they have finally put Lake Orion in their place. They have an 8-point lead. Champaign at the line to shoot 2 after the technical. Hits it. 14 seconds left. Oxford looks like they're going to escape with an insane double overtime W against bitter rival Lake Orion. 77-67 is the score after Champaign hits more free throws.
And they will get the ball.
And they do get the ball, you are correct. Final timeout taken. We would just like to point out, Jake Champaign has had an absolute game of his life. 44 points tonight. He scored double digits in just this double overtime period alone. Absolutely insane by Jake Champaign and the Oxford Wildcats. And give Lake Orion credit where credit is due. They played a juggernaut of an Oxford team. Undefeated, 16-0, 9-0 in the OAA White. Absolutely rolling, steamrolling almost every opponent they've played, including Lake Orion the first time they played them. Lake Orion lost by 20 and it was never a contest in the first game. Credit Lake Orion. They came back with a great game plan and kept this game tight down to the final minute. Went to double overtime. It's been phenomenal.
And to be 100% honest, I don't see why Oxford can be that happy about this result. You're 16-0. You're supposed to beat teams. You're good. You're a top 17 team. You're ranked in the top 20 in the state right now. You beat Lake Orion by 20 in the first time, but this Lake Orion team's changed a lot. but you can't be too excited about this win because you got taken to double overtime as an undefeated team. Your undefeated season was on the line multiple times, especially in that first overtime. It was on the line. But you still have to, there's things to change. You have to fix things. Again, they let up 70 points. Almost 70 points, 67 points. Now you scored 77. Well, our offense is better. You gave up 67 points. You let Lake Orion, who doesn't have a good offense, into this game.
That is the thing with the Oxford Wildcats, though. They do lack in defense. And yes, while Lake Orion's offense might not be the strongest out there, Oxford's offense makes up for their not so strong defense, and it showed tonight. They dropped almost 80. Once again, they're almost there. Champagne going for a second free throw again.
It'll be 46 if he makes this.
46 points for Jake Champagne. Absolute insanity. 79-67, 10 seconds left. Wow, what a ball game, however. Lake Orion should not be hanging their heads after this one. Oxford's a phenomenal team, and Lake Orion just took them to a double overtime game. Yes, the scoreboard might not be the prettiest result. They took them to a double overtime. They should be proud of their performance tonight. But that is going to do it for today's broadcast. Your final score, once again, the Oxford Wildcats 79 and the Lake Orion Dragons 67 in an instant classic in double overtime. Thank you for watching this presentation on the NFHS Network by Dragon Broadcasting and Orion Neighborhood Television. Now back to our special programming for tonight. Click that donate button at orionontv.org and give right now. You're watching the 15th annual ONTV food drive for fish on Orion Neighborhood Television. On behalf of our entire broadcast crew and my partner Dylan Lindberg, I'm Aiden Novak. So long, everybody. We will see you next time.